Hey guys, Paul here and welcome back to Best Food Review Road Trip. This is the channel where we travel all over the country, eat at a lot of fantastic, delicious places, and bring reviews to you. Today we are in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and we found this place. It's kind of a dive. Actually, it's called the Shuck and Dive. So obviously, they do oysters, right? We've already gone inside because it was super windy outside. Kind of wanted to get out of the weather, but you ready? Let's check it out.
Walking into this place is exactly what I hoped it would be. In fact, I really love the bar, the facade with the corrugated metal. I mean, you kind of feel like you're at a beach bar here. It's pretty exciting. The menu is actually really big. You can have lots of different sandwiches, hamburgers. I love the little note on there that says, hey, if you don't want the bread, try the meat and tube. Have you heard of a meat and tube? Because what you usually do is you get to take your meat, two sides. Just a lot to choose from. Of course, they've got some great beers on tap. Paul and I are trying out the Abita Amber. I've had this beer before. It's out of New Orleans, and it's like one of our favorites. It's delicious.
So we got our food, and like we said, we decided to go all in on the raw oysters. Check that out. Don't they look absolutely delicious? Now, you know me and Amy, we love our oysters, and we've gotten all different types of oysters, but we just love them raw. Raw is definitely the way to go. So, looks like we got some horseradish and some some cocktail sauce. I'm gonna grab this big, nasty, gooey looking one. Look at that. Yeah, let's make sure it's loose. Make sure it's ready to go in my mouth. Just put some of this horseradish on it. Get the goo. Oh yeah, here it goes. You know, God, I love oysters. Don't you love oysters? I love oysters. It's always like a surefire thing.
Do you think that raw oysters are slimy and gross? Let me know in the comments, because I don't know. There's something about it. It's so satisfying. I think it's more that it's like an experience. And it's delicious. Those are great. Nice done. Dinner's here, and because we had so many oysters, Paul and I are going to share something. And you remember we talked about the meat and two? Well, we picked some really popular Southern favorites. Check this dish out. I've got blackened alligator, beans and rice, and the special today was deviled eggs, one of our very favorites. So let me see what this is like. These are like, that's pretty tough meat. Like, I can't even cut through it with a knife. Have you had alligator before? Because that's what alligator meat looks like, in some kind of sauce. That's really tough. I mean, like, I think I got a bite of grizzle there. Can I be gross and spit this out? Let me try another bite. Like, maybe that was just because it was a bad trim or something on that. I'm gonna try this. Hey, at least I can chew through that. The other one was like cartilage and stuff. Let's take a taste of these rice and beans. If I can get some on my fork. Okay. They're nice. They need a little more seasoning. I think I want them to be hot. I think we should put some hot sauce on it. And then I'm going to also try one of these beautiful deviled eggs. I get to try all the things first today, Paul. I love deviled eggs. That was good. It's a little bit spicy. If you happen to be here on a day that they're offering those as their special of the day, I would definitely get some.
My turn. I love gator, but it always depends on where you get it, if it's any good. And this is blackened. It's a good size piece, right? I'm gonna put it in this, I'm guessing it's like a garlic aioli. I'm gonna put this whole piece in my mouth. Mmm. That's good. Looks like a tenderloin. It's a little bit, you know, it's not like a piece of steak, because a piece of steak, you'd cook it rare, or you'd cook it like medium rare, so it would like melt in your mouth. This one's not, it's more chewy. Friggin' delicious. Let's try this. Now this is very southern here. Red beans and rice. That is good. That doesn't need anything more. That doesn't need any more spices. That's good the way it is. Mmm. Red beans and rice. That's like as simple as it gets, but so good, so good. And I'm gonna try this one that Amy already bit into. I'm gonna put a little bit of lettuce on it, give it some crunch. A lot of onion in that. Mmm. Paprika, onion. You know what? It's exactly what you would expect. Ooh, that's a little spicy. Hang on. You got me in the end there, swallowing that spice. I'm like, it's as good as. Anyway, hang on. I grab my brewski. Oh, you hear that slurp? That's how sloppy I get when I start drinking beer. Anyway, that's good. But we got one more thing to show you because we're keeping it southern, so check this out. I know you guys want to see me eat one more of these raw oysters, but I put a whole bunch of this hot sauce on here, and it's their own stuff. It's called the Shuck and Dive. I don't know if it's actually their own or if they just took another stuff and rebottled it, but I put a lot on here, so let's see how hot it is. Mmm. So I put, yeah, it's kind of hot, but I put a bunch of horseradish on there too. Remember what I was telling you about? Got one more thing coming. I gotta reach across here. Hush puppies. Right? Have you ever had a hush puppy? I'm sure you have. It's like a fried dough ball. Yeah, with corn and that kind of stuff in it. It tastes almost like a corn dog without the hot dog. Is that bad for me to say that? I mean, it's good, but yeah, it's good. You know who really likes these? Amy. Amy, try this.
I am a sucker for anything with bread. Gosh, if you watched our last video, you saw me burn my mouth like you would not believe because I bit into something too early, and I can feel this. This is really hot. Do you dip this in anything? Do you? I wondered about that. You know what? I'm going to try it by itself. It's going to be too hot. Okay. It's good. I don't think you'd be disappointed if you like hush puppies and you added them to your plate. But, I mean, they're good. They're a little more corn than I'm used to. Yummy. It's like probably something I shouldn't be eating.
I don't usually talk about the bathrooms. It's because, you know, it's a bathroom. But if you come here, I don't know what the women's bathrooms are like, but the men's bathrooms are like nice and clean, but on the wall are all these like very nice framed pictures of like Mardi Gras and women flashing their tits and guys like, yeah, like partying, like kind of a weird picture to have in the bathroom, and there's at least a dozen of them. But they're nice and framed, and I don't know, I felt it worth mentioning, guys.
We have been on a dessert kick lately, and it's so bad, but it's so good. Decided to go with bread pudding, another southern favorite. This one's black and white bread pudding, so it has both black and white chocolate. Check this out. And it's really warm. I'm gonna go ahead and scoop up a bite. How nice of them to bring us 2 spoons. Oh my gosh, look at that. This looks like little slivered almonds. This is so good. So, if you're watching this and you don't know what bread pudding is, it's like a spongy cake, almost kind of has like a eggy texture to it. What I mean by that is that it's dense, more dense than regular cake. I'm gonna take the rest of this bite. But I gotta share this with Paul because he's gonna really love it. That sauce is so warm and it's like creamy but not as sweet as it looks. I thought it was gonna be like super sugary. It's just perfect. Nice job.
This looks fantastic. You know, I never really, until I hit the road a couple years ago, I never even knew what bread pudding was, honestly.
This bread pudding is extra runny tonight.
I never did. I heard about it, but until I hit the road and actually tried it, I was completely lost and didn't understand. But now I understand that what you're supposed to do is take the biggest possible piece and jam it in your mouth to get full flavor. So, that's a big piece. Are those pecans that are on there? Is that what it is? Almonds? Almonds, shaved almonds on there. And it's warm. That sauce is absolutely fantastic. I'm not a food critic, guys, so I can't like break it down, be like, oh, it's got this and this and this. I'll tell you this, it's friggin' delicious. So, you know, hey, there's that.
So what did we think of Shuck and Dive? We really liked it, and we'd recommend that you would stop by if you're in the area. The food was good. I think there wasn't anything they served us that we didn't like. If you haven't tried something before, like I know I've tried alligator, but I've never had it grilled. So I wasn't really crazy about the texture, but the flavor of it was really good. And if you're someone that's eaten it before, I'm sure you'd be happy with it. The service was wonderful. Things came out on time. We didn't have to wait long for a table, and things are priced relatively well. It's important to note that this is a very casual restaurant. It's actually a bar setting. So it may not be a place that you want to come and celebrate a special occasion unless you're like us, because we kind of like the party scene. The oysters were plated absolutely beautiful. Like I would come in here, have beer and raw oysters and nothing else, be totally happy. And then that bread pudding at the end was a huge surprise and an absolute delight. If you love bread pudding, I don't think you're going to be disappointed at all with that at the end of your meal. So if you're in the Fort Lauderdale area and you're looking for a great place to have dinner, check out the Shuck and Dive. I don't think you'll be disappointed at all. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell. In addition, leave us some comments because we do travel the country. We probably will visit a place that you've traveled to before, or maybe even where you live, and we love to get ideas for where we should stop and do food reviews. In fact, if you mention something in a comment that we go ahead and use, we'll mention you too in the video. Before we say goodbye, I definitely would love to encourage you to donate to your local food bank. And you might make a cash donation, you might donate some food, or donate some time. You can volunteer. But it's such an amazing way to help support your community in doing something that's so fundamentally important to all of us, and that is eating. Until we dine again, stay classy.